All right, everybody, big news, big Sonic Frontiers news that just leaked out today. Well, it's not a leak, actually. It's from literally Sonic Team themselves. This is actually from Mario Kishimoto. He's been on Twitter, you know, talking a lot of talk. Oh my God, I'm about to die right now. Oh my God, I'm dead. He's been on Twitter basically for the last couple months, ever since this game came out, just like addressing and speaking to the fans, which maybe to his detriment sometimes, because some fans just don't know when to chill. And I don't think he even knows when to chill. He's been revealing a lot of cool stuff, a lot of good information. So we have big news about what the next update for Sonic Frontiers is going to be. And we already kind of know some stuff. We already know how some things are going to function, or some things that we can expect to see in update 2. But this new one is once again like really big. So without further ado, we're going to get into the news about Sonic Frontiers DLC update 2. But before we do that, I need you guys to subscribe to the channel right now. I'll give you a second to do that. And hopefully you guys turn on notifications so you guys never miss a Sonic video ever again. This is the #1 place to be in the world for all things Sonic. Mod showcase, essays, challenges, like literally we do everything here. There's a little bit of something for everyone as well as streams. So without further ado, let's get into the news. So what do we got? Mario Kishimoto has said something really big about Ouranos Island for update 2. So let's go into the Twitter exchange and the Twitter sequence and talk about some new changes that seem to be now confirmed, or at least likely, for update 2. So what we already know to be true of update 2 as far as the roadmap goes, it seems like this was supposed to be like the lighter update. Based off of the content we got in the first update, I was really pleased with it. We got a lot of cool stuff, like the new challenge modes. I thought it was really engaging, and it really does bring like a new element of post-game content to Frontiers, which is something that was really lacking. But what do we know about update 2? So first things first, we have Sonic's birthday, which means it's likely that this update will probably come out in June 23rd, or maybe like within the next month and a half. I feel like that makes the most sense. I don't think it makes any sense for this update to come out after June 23rd. So I expect this to come out within the next month. Part number 2 is the open zone challenges, which is going to be similar to the challenges that we got in Sonic Adventure 1. I feel like it's going to be very similar to mission mode as far as like doing challenges in the adventure field. And then we have new Coco. So it seems like this content update is going to be like kind of light. I mean, maybe a cosmetic skin for Sonic's birthday, maybe some new challenge modes, but we got 2 in the first update. I'm only expecting 1. I don't know how much more content they can pack into this. Yes, the open zone's a lot bigger, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It could be a lot longer, but I don't know. We'll have to see. So that's what we know about update 2. But ever since Mario Kishimoto, who is the director of Sonic Frontiers and the director since Sonic Colors, as far as mainline Sonic goes, we've already learned that the spin dash is going to be coming in update 2. So that's one thing that they've already looked towards doing. We've also kind of learned that they want to maybe experiment with momentum. That's something that they've been looking forward to doing in update 2. If you look right here, here's the thing that we should expect. So he said that among the opinions that they received here, they made the decision to postpone the implementation of like the real like core fundamental gameplay aspects from update 1 into update 2. They're taking their time to implement our feedback. In particular, one of them is going to be spin dash and maybe some other things as far as like maybe momentum. I'm not 100% sure about that. He said, please rest assured that it's all in production for the second edition. And after listening to everyone's stories, he realized that this game can be made a lot more interesting without even waiting for Sonic Frontiers 2, which based off of all the feedback and stuff like that, it seems like Sonic Frontiers sequel, if they take all the proper changes that they learned from Frontiers 1, we're looking at one of the best Sonic games ever. But let's look at the tweet exchange that's got everyone talking today. So someone tweeted at Mario Kishimoto today and they said, hello, I'm sorry, but can I ask one question? Why was Ouranos Island divided into 3? If you look at the screenshot right here, you can kind of see like a bigger look. I think, is this the beta version? I don't know if this is the beta version or not, but it kind of looks like Ouranos right here. Yeah, you see the Giganto crater. I think this was the original version of Ouranos. So yeah, he's kind of showing that screenshot. And his response was, hello, as you might guess, Ouranos was originally an island. When we did play tests in the early stages of production, we received a lot of feedback from testers that said the island was too big and that it was quote unquote boring. It was all the time grass. Sonic fans, we don't know how to touch grass, am I right? Okay, all right, drum roll, ba-bum, boom. All right, that wasn't that funny. And he said it was boring. So yeah, all right, he said it was boring. Sonic Frontiers is not boring, Mr. Kishimoto. That's what I'll say. But that's what the playtester said. And you know, we got a lot of playtester leaks. A lot of them ended up coming true. So the next part is where it really starts to heat up. He says various modifications and ideas were incorporated to solve this problem, but one of them was to make the island smaller and move to the next island before getting tired of the scenery of the first island to play and enjoy the scenery. I decided to divide Ouranos Islands into parts so that players wouldn't get bored with the look of it, not just the gameplay. So basically he thought people's attention spans would not be able to handle looking at one island for that long, so he decided to split it up into 3 islands with Ares and Chaos in between. And you know, I guess that makes sense. That was his design philosophy. So the next tweet, he says, with these fixes, we were able to get a positive evaluation for the next playtest, and it became the current shape where the island becomes wider as you go further, which makes sense. I feel like Ouranos is definitely like the most linear island out of all of them. It's very like you follow one path and it kind of expands out a little bit, but on Ouranos, there's a lot of like 3D movement. There's a lot of left to right as opposed to forwards backwards, so that makes sense. But this is where it gets crazy, guys. So he says in the next tweet, translated from Japanese to English, he says, however, as everyone has pointed out, I also agree that with the climax of Ouranos Island, which is the largest island, it lacks excitement and becomes repetitive. We are currently working on an update for this issue as well. So look at that, guys. He just said it right there. He said that Ouranos Island, probably an update to, I think that's when the big changes are going to be coming, is going to get a brand new update. We're going to get maybe some type of revamp to Ouranos Island, which could be honestly game changer. If they can make Sonic Frontiers better for free, like that's literally insane. Someone also replied to this, said Giganto was featured in the Supreme Arena. Will it be possible to release this version of Ouranos or an earlier build at some point? All he says was that build was really bad, where Supreme Arena was on Ouranos Island and it was just one giant island. He said that build was not well received in playtest, and he said he's embarrassed and says it won't be released. So he was actually embarrassed of the first version of Sonic Frontiers, which, hey, listen, they listened to the playtesters' feedback and I think it paid off, but I think a little bit more time in the oven could have made Sonic Frontiers a 10 out of 10 game. So there you have it, guys. This is actually really big news. So not only are we going to be getting new challenges and stuff like that for the open zone, it looks like we'll be getting the spin dash as well. So the spin dash is going to function really good. Hopefully it functions kind of like this mod I'm using right now. Look at this. We're using the improved drop dash mod, and look at this, bro. The improved drop dash is great. It gives you like a nice little instant burst of speed. You can use it as an attack, and overall it has really good control and it's just fun to use. I hope we get something similar to this. This is actually I think in the base code of the game, so it could be implemented pretty easily by Sonic Team since modders have brought it to the game. But we're gonna get the spin dash, and it looks like Ouranos Island's gonna get some type of improvement, and I think Ouranos Island probably could use it, especially because it's like the climax of the game. He's also said something along the lines that they want to improve the end, so it looks like they'll be maybe doing fundamental overhauls to the game, which I think is something that's very important. I think that's something that needs to come, because the tail end of the game, it's obvious that they ran out of time, they ran out of budget or something like that, and they just kind of had to finish the game. I think the ending was a little bit rushed, and I think that they really just need a bit more time in the oven. I'm not sure what they're going to do to Ouranos Island to make it better. Very big, and I feel like the challenges could be improved, so I hope it's the quality of the first couple islands, like Ouranos, even Chaos Island. I actually like Chaos Island. I hope it's like Chaos, Ouranos, and Ares, and they really give this island the true love that it deserves, because it could be the best because it's the largest. So if we get more platforming challenges, maybe they add momentum, maybe they make the spin dash really cool and functional, that would be the best case scenario. So guys, let me know what you guys think about this massive change, this massive confirmation that they're working on something new, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Make sure to watch the videos in the end screen. I got nothing else to say, so until I see you next time, peace out.